When I lived in Sedona, I had a lot of healing clients that would come to me with various uh, problems they were facing, things that they might be trying to fix on their own and didn't feel like they could fix. And we'd look at the energy together, and a lot of times I'd be able to help them shift the energy or at least get it moving in the right direction so that things could kind of resolve on their own over time. And I don't do private healing sessions anymore, but this still comes up where people reach out to me sometimes, say, "Oh, I've got this little thing that's happening. Can you help me?" And now, what I'd recommend is that if you have something happening within you that you're feeling like, I don't know how to fix this, or I don't know how to solve it on my own, so I want to reach out to somebody else that I think might have more information and can help me with that. What I'd suggest is that uh, you are the person that is best equipped to move your energy, right? Even if you know a powerful energy healer and they're doing private sessions, still you are the person that's ultimately responsible for your energy and your well being. So, what you'd want to do is remember what I just said in the sessions was sometimes we'd be able to resolve the energy, but oftentimes we would just kind of get some momentum going that's pointing them in a direction so that things will resolve energetically on their own over time. Now, if you're working on something yourself, that's the goal you want to set up for yourself. Now, I know nobody wants to hear this. Everybody always wants the immediate fix. Can you give me an energy tool that's going to make me better overnight forever and I'll never get, into this problem again, right? But no, I can't do that because that's not real. That's not real life. That doesn't happen. So, but what I can do is say, if you just tune in for yourself and say, okay, one, where did this problem come from? Is it something that I am feeling myself that I can identify with, that I feel I need to deal with? Okay, that's a good candidate of something to work on. But if it's like three people have told me that I have this problem, that I have this energy problem, or maybe that I have some kind of ghost, or that I've got something else. If other people have told you this and you're worried about it and wanting to reach out for help, you probably just want to consider right now that uh, it may not be true, right? So oftentimes when people see something energetically for you, they're actually seeing what's happening around them. It's information for them, not for you. But for some reason, we tend to put it on other people because it's easier to see it on somebody else. I can see my friend has these issues a lot easier than I can see that I have these issues, right? And so even though it's well-meaning, well-intended, your friends are doing this in a loving way. Just consider maybe they got the message because it's for them to work on, and it doesn't have anything to do with me. And it's totally okay for you to just decide, I don't really need to deal with that. Like, for example, if somebody told me I've got a spirit attached to me, if I didn't really know much about that and I couldn't really relate to that, but a few people had told me, I might get a little bit worried about it, right? But what I'd suggest is just say, I'm going to decide that if that was something I really needed to pay attention to, I would have a personal experience with it rather than somebody or even two or three people telling me about it, right? So right away, most of your problems are going to, if you take that filter, you're going to be able to push aside most of them and go, I don't think these are my problems, and that's okay. And when my friend tells me about it, I can go, "Oh, just thank you so much for telling me." And yeah, great observation. Just kind of move on, right? Now, if it's something that you have had an experience with yourself that you're wondering about, take the other approach that I mentioned. Rather than trying to solve it completely, just say, okay, is there something I can do to just turn myself a few degrees to the side where instead of going this direction, now I'm turning in a slightly different direction. And even if it seems like a very small change energetically, over time, if you change your direction, you're going to get further and further and further from that situation or energy that you're finding disturbing. So it doesn't have to be a 180-degree change. The one degree change is enough to make a huge impact in the future. And then just let life carry you into that better place, right? Things take time. Energy healing takes time. Changing things in your life takes time. And once you realize that and you're okay with it, you've made a small change, you can just be happy and move on with your life, even though the situation hasn't gone away yet. because you know you've shifted things in a direction, they're going to take care of themselves. So kind of a gentle, easy way to heal things for yourself.